That is one mighty handsome bison, isn't it? You're not wrong about that. Why? Oh, because the charger's plugged in. Okay, so bear with me. Bear's probably really not with me. He might be with us. Bear with me. I wasn't fully prepared to go live today. Excuse me. Let me get set up real quick and then we'll get going. And we're live, says Chubby Hubby. Yes, we are. Oh, I sat here and edited last night. So, let's see. Let me straighten things up just a bit. I actually kind of half wonder if I can't get us into this microscope today, if that would be something you guys are interested in doing. Okay, I'm almost ready. I made Caden helped me edit a little bit last night. I was like, help me figure out how to do this. Is there an easy way to do these little clips of all these videos? So there was much tea that was consumed here at the desk last night. Let me remove the teacups. Okay. One more thing, couple more things, really. Let's plug this in too before I'm like wanting to use it and it's not ready. And okay. And let's turn this on. Thanks for hanging out and, chatting amongst yourselves. I saw Ryan and I saw Chubby Hubby. I see Rick. Hi, Rick. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to stay positive. I've done enough crying. I mean, I'll probably do some more too, but I'm trying not to bring everybody down. So, yeah, look what lava did. Cheers, Karen. How stinking cool is that? He almost told me a couple of times. I'm sure probably more than, hi, Betty. I'm sure probably more than a couple of times. He was like, do you want to know what I got for you? And I'm like, no. And he was like, I think it was really hard for him to keep a secret. And then it was like supposed to be here, I think, for like 4 days and wasn't. And he was like, I gotta go check the mail. I'll be right back. I gotta go check the mail. And hi, Patricia, and hi, Machine Head. Yeah, best Mother's Day gift ever. Maybe not ever. My kids have, knocked it out of the park a couple years in a row. So, oh, and then speaking of my kids and things that I got for Mother's Day, sorry, I'm only about midway through setting up here. I have trouble keeping secrets too. Yeah. Speaking of my kids, my oldest one on Mother's Day. So my Mother's Day was just, woo, it's one for the record books. My oldest one got on an airplane and headed for Anchorage. I think he stopped in Anchorage, I'm pretty sure. And so he left here at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and his plane took off at like 6 o'clock at night. And I didn't hear from him the next day until he was leaving from Anchorage to Elfin Cove, where he'll be working on a fishing ship, fishing boat for the rest of the summer as a deckhand on a tourist fishing boat. So Chubby Hubby, yes. I know you had asked, and I did not ask in a private message, and I did not answer your question. Does he have a job lined up? Yes. Does he have room and board? Yes. Did they pay for his plane ticket up there? Yes. All of that stuff, yes, yes, and yes. And yeah. It's actually a company that his uncle has worked for a long time. and they take really good care of their employees, but even better care of their customers, because, you know, they pay big bucks to be guided out on these, you know, very expensive, nice fishing boats, and to have it, you know, a fishing experience up in Alaska, you know. So it's like outfitting, but for fishing. And so he'll be able to make tips, and I think that he'll do an awesome job like schmoozing people, and I think that they'll really enjoy his sense of humor and all of that up there. And plus he's a super good worker, so I think the company will be really glad that they've got him too. The Sitka sound seafood just before they merged, right on. Oh, let's get my computer all set up here too, so I can follow along on the comments, because they go by so quick. Hi, Brian. Welcome. That's the one I want. That one right there. And let me do the thing. I didn't do the thing. If you haven't done the thing, do the thing. Yeah, so I do apologize. Like I say, my eyes are swollen, and I didn't sleep very much for the past, like, 3 nights. Just, I'm sure you guys have got, you know, questions, and you don't want to be rude and outrightly ask, so I'll try to just brush over it and not get too emotional. But Mother's Day night, while we slept that morning before we woke up, and then you know, like maybe like the 4 or 5 days before that, the week before that, dog had kind of started licking at herself, at her cancer bumps a little bit, and we were gently reminding her not to do that, you know. And she was laying on the couch. She'd been doing it, like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days, and she was laying on the couch, and I know she's quite a proud dog, and that she wouldn't like me to do such a thing, but I kind of moved her cancer bumps apart and noticed that it was getting a little, like, not good in there. We'll just, like I say, I'll try to keep it not gory and stuff for you guys. It wasn't gory, but I knew at that moment that, like, her days are numbered. Like, that is not going to get better. You know, that's and I've watched her, you know, the cancer progress and stuff, and I knew that, you know, either it's going to make the decision for us, or I'm going to make the decision for us, you know. So I knew that the day was coming, you know. And when I saw that it was getting pretty bad, I said, screw it, girlfriend, let's go for a walk. You know, that's what made her most happy, was to just get in the truck and go out for a walk. And she literally, I've got I think two more videos that I still haven't edited and uploaded, where she's literally out running around on the prairie chasing gophers, and laying under the truck watching me rock hound, and having a, you know, fantastic dog life, right? And so that night, Mother's Day, you know, so Saturday night, Sunday morning, whatever you want to call it, she licked like all night long. She kept waking me up, and she panted a couple of times, and it was kind of inappropriate, so I knew she was kind of, you know, stressed out and stuff. And when we woke up that morning, she had licked it enough that she had started to bleed. And so I just kind of covered it up with a little, like, bandage wrap, an ace bandage wrap, and some gauze. And the kids came over. They spend the weekends with their dads, at their dad's, and they came over to wish me a happy Mother's Day. By the way, in the chat while I tell this story, would you please tell me if you got any awesome surprises or fantastic things for Mother's Day? And then I'll finish this story as you guys are sharing your lovelies with me. And I've got one more little something we'll talk about here in just a minute too. And cheers. So when I woke up that morning and there was a little bit of blood, I just, like I say, we kind of bandaged it up. That helped her stay out of it. And then the kids didn't have to see anything that wasn't, you know, pleasant. It was, you know, they all stopped by to say Happy Mother's Day, and we were all here. And she had a really actually pretty good day, especially compared to the night. And she lounged around and kind of enjoyed her day, you know. And then but that was a Sunday, and so I was like, yeah, you know, no vet is open on a Sunday. So Monday rolls around. Sunday night was horrible. I set an alarm on my phone for every hour on the hour, hence the tired eyes, you guys. Just to wake up and check on her and make sure that she wasn't over there licking at herself. And there was a nice little thunderstorm that came through at like 2:30, 2:45. It was pretty short-lived, like maybe 15 minutes. And it lulled me to sleep just a little bit, but I actually woke up before my next alarm, before the hour was up. And I was like, is that rain? Is that a gentle rain, or is she licking? And I put my glasses on and I sat up and looked, and I was like, oh no, she's licking it again. And so I got up and kind of took care of her and, cleaned everything up a little bit and reassured her that, she's doing nothing wrong and everything is okay. She got up and had a little drink and had a little snack and things like that, went outside, and I gave her fresh blankets and things, and she came back in and laid back down, and I realized that like laying on the couch to the love seat was too far away to keep an eye on her. And so I was like laying on the floor next to her, and I didn't sleep a lot. And so when Monday rolled around, we got in touch with the vet clinic, and we took her in. So yeah, a long couple of nights. And then I was up late last night editing the video to remember her. And actually that was, like I said, kind of good medicine to go back around through and see some of her adventures and her happy days and stuff. So yeah, not a lot of sleep. And then I thought I'd get some sleep, and I'd sleep like right up until the premiere this morning. And my kid was in and out, and my ex was in and out, asking me if I'd take my kid to a doctor's appointment this afternoon, a follow-up appointment this afternoon. And I was like, yes, I'll do that. I laid back down and got a few more hours maybe of sleep. And then there was somebody beating on my door. I was like, who the hell beats on my door? And I get up and I answer the door, and it's my internet provider. And they're like, we got a like beacon in our office that said you were getting slow internet. Are you having any issues? And I'm like, not that I know of, but and he's like, is it early? And I'm like, it is for me. I had a late night, and I've had a couple late nights. And he, sure enough, I really like was having slow issues, and he's like, well, glad I could stop by and fix your problem you didn't know you're having. Well, me too, because it's Wednesday and I do all of my stuff online on Wednesday. And if my internet isn't working on a Wednesday, like I'll probably phone you and let you know. So I'm glad he was here to do that. But yeah. Oh. It actually, like I say, Julie, it was good medicine to have that little bit of like, she's still there. She, I can still watch her videos and hear her noises and see her, smiling face and stuff. So that was helpful. And so yeah, welcome Brandon, Julie, Machine Head, Rick. I think and Chubby Hubby, I'm pretty sure I said hello to a couple of you earlier, but hello again. I'm sorry, did I just see the S word, the dirty 4-letter S word up above? Brian, we're not allowed to use that kind of language. Where did that go? Trip has been great. Got this morning. Quite a change from Arizona. Yeah, Machine Head, sorry to hear that. And we're all here together to, to go through all of that stuff, together. I personally think that laughter is a really good medicine. So, we try to kind of lean heavily on that. Sometimes to an inappropriate degree, and that's okay too. Brian, the SNOW word. That's the one. Brian said it first, right, Julie? Oh gosh. Well, they ran me some fiber, Ryan, and so there's some sort of fancy ass, sorry, there's some kind of fancy router back there that like tells them what I'm doing and if I'm having problems or not. I'll put me in timeout. Yep, Rick, I know. Yep, like I say, I was definitely, I was definitely walking right there with you when you were going through yours too. I was like, yep, I know it's that time. So like I say, we've got a great little community here though to help support us and keep us smiling and laughing, even if some of the days are kind of dark and cloudy. So, Tim Hortons coffee. Also, the Lava Bison's doing for Mother's Day. I know some of the real Canadians out there, like, real Canadians are like, come on, Timmy's. Come on, it's so controversial. We're over Timmy's, like, Timmy's is so, like, last season, right? I get it. I hear you, Canadians, but I've really maybe had like an actual Starbucks coffee like maybe once in my life. Maybe I think once at a Barnes and Noble bookstore. And I've had like some of the bought like Starbucks stuff or fancier stuff. But as far as like name brand stuff goes, like this is again Canada. Oh, Canada, your stuff is better than ours. Shh, don't tell anyone. Not everything in Canada is better than it is in the States, but this is good coffee, darn good coffee. And I happen to know like certain circles of people, like at sundances and powwows and things like that, where this is used as currency, like pretty much the same thing as currency. Like, so don't dog on the Timmies. And cheers, everybody. I got the genuine Tim Hortons in my cup this morning. Brian and Julie. Rick. The rocks are bigger in Canada? Yeah, I've never been a real fan of it, Patricia, so. Yeah, thank you, Cynthia, and welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you could be here with us today. I appreciate all of you guys. Like I say, your company and stuff, it really is helpful on days that could, in fact, be a little on the gray side. So, yeah, I really appreciate everybody being here today. Oh. Opal guys got a point. Over roasted, says Brian. Oh, yeah. Some of that stuff you wonder if they like swept it up off the floor and were like, this is like, the B grade or stuff, or like even the C or D grade stuff. And they're like, here, we'll sell this. And like you take one drink of it and your guts are just like, and you're like, oh, why? So I like a good, like, best part of waking up is drinking from your caring cup coffee, but I also like something that won't like, take my name and kick my ass and take my name. Oh, good. AZ will probably go live tonight. I appreciate the distraction. Absolutely, 100%. Again, Wednesday nights, I always miss everything that's happening on Wednesday nights because I'm hanging out with my Meteorite crew. But I appreciate a rewatch later and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, be sure you go check that out, guys. AZ Rock Counting Expeditions is always up to fun stuff. I think they said it at charcoal, says Rick. Oh, goodness. Yep. I think maybe some of that, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I haven't tested this out or anything. We're going live? Well, are you not, or are you just doing your video tonight? I might have misread that, or Miss Said It. We're going to make one of those guys facet and opal. Ooh. What kind of... There's so much noise outside right now. Yeah. I kind of want to see if we can look down the microscope. Now I have to do my hair. Yeah, I didn't worry too much about mine today, Brian. I figured you guys would just, you know, you'd understand. And Ma, yeah, Ma's here. Welcome, Ma. Good to see you. So glad you could make it. Ma, I sent Ma some pretty magical petrified wood that I found and cut. I sent her two sister pieces, and she cabbed the shit out of them the other day. And I am just like, oh my God, they're so cool. I mean, once you start like scrutinizing the little details there's just like acreage in there, you know, like, so she was like, which one do you like? And I'm like, it's gonna take me just a minute to decide like which one I like the best. I mean, in all reality, they're probably both equally great for whatever myriad of reasons, right? But I'm like, I gotta obsess over them for just a minute before I can choose which one. So yeah, I get one and she keeps one, and yeah, holy schmoly. More stuff I need for the rock shop, says Machine Head. At least I have hair, says Rick. Mm. Okay, I absolutely do not know if this is going to work live. It'll probably be a really bumpy ride for you guys for just a minute, but one is cool because super defined core, like the heart of a wood, and the other one is cool because it has more druzy. I'll be happy either way you choose. I know, me, same here, Ma, right? Like, in fact, maybe the best way to decide is just like hold them behind your back, mix them up a little bit, and like I'll choose one, and that way, like, I have no idea which one's in which hand anymore, and like, I don't know. We'll come up with something though. But yeah, how perfect was that? She had no idea that I was going through kind of not the greatest day in the whole wide world, and she's like, oh, I'm doing your cabs today. And I was like, fucking awesome. Oh, sorry about the language. I mean, when you join these lives, you guys, you get the, you know, you get the unclipped, unedited version. All right, let's see if I can turn you guys around. Let's see if this works at all. This could be a total disaster, complete waste of time. We're about to find out. Oh my God. We can see. Where should we start? How about this one that I cut on Karen's live the other day? Because I said, oh my gosh, there's so many crazy little deets in here. And there's no way you guys would ever be able to see it. Okay. Enhance. 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 Focus. Enhance. Like, look at that. Pardon me. The wind is getting sassy all of a sudden, and it's blowing stuff around in the back room. Let me shut the door. Hey! Just about sucked the door right out of my hand. Okay, so let's see if I can honestly enhance one more time. Enhance. 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 There we go. Hey, Papas, welcome. Yeah, and I just want to keep reminding you, if you've got any Mother's Day stories to share, if you had, a kid or a mom or a visit or something with somebody special, or a neat little gift or anything like that that you received, please do share. The bear is here? Oh my gosh, he is. Thanks for stopping in, bear. So, like I said, there's like things in this rock. This is the one that, like I say, I cut on Karen's live. Look, that it almost looks like there's a face in it. Do you guys see the face in it? It looks like a little like a meeple or something right there. That's the head of a pencil, by the way. It looks like a little meeple or something there. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, definitely love having the bear hanging out in the background with his handy wrench. So I'll try not to move so fast that I get you guys motion sick, but I'll try to kind of keep it moving unless I see something we need to. Oh, this was actually really cool too, because this is the edge of the piece. And there's like this like long critter here. I wonder if I can, pardon me for just a moment, I wonder if I can get rid of some of that reflection with my cross polarized light. Watch my cross polarized light unit do magic here, you guys. Nope, that's about as best we're gonna get. Did you see it? Did you see it? Do you guys want to see it again? So this is when the polarizers are crossed, and they're stopping all of the reflective light from meeting the eye of the camera, or most of it. We still see, one kind of light reflection coming across the top here. But as I uncross the polarizers, you see all of that. Oops, now we have no polarizing light film because it completely fell off. Yes, as he says, it's magic. Oh my gosh, it's sorcery. All of that reflective light is obstructing our view. And as I bring the polarizer back to cross, we're able to eliminate a lot of that reflection and look down past the reflection and see the actual features in the rock. I love the little square guys that are hanging out in here too, like not just this long guy, but the square guy. There's a couple of little square guys in there. But yeah, one of my favorites is this whole little action zone right here. Awesome. Cynthia went on a fossil hunt with her sons for Mother's Day and put a couple of photos on the Discord. Micro zoom. Fantastic, Cynthia. Let me see. I know it's here handy. Chubby Hubby sent the fantastic light, the backlight light. Blinded by the light. Where'd it go? Come on, for real? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face, and I just couldn't see it. Okay. I'm gonna come up just a bit so I have some room to get behind this. I'm gonna shut the light off. See, I've never tried this before. I've never tried to show a backlit stone underneath my scope, so I don't know if this will work. First of all, we have to get it to where the light is actually coming through. Let's see, now we see my finger. That's fantastic. Sorry, this might be a waste of time. Nah, you can see how agate it is. Sorry, I know we're out of focus. I just wanted to show you that that actually is a little bit translucent. Look at all the little friends in there. Isn't that wild? Bear. Yeah, well, you know. This is the other slice that I took off of that same rock. This is the little end cut, so unfortunately it won't lay flat underneath the microscope. And so we'll just take a quick little peek at it. And then we'll move on real quick. Let's see, what else is there to look at that, like, it's all right here in this bag. Let me find it in the meantime. Here's a bone that Bear sent me a while back. And I love how under the cross-polarized light, the little cells almost like they have little rainbows and stuff in them. Sorry. Now we're out of focus. There we go. Sorry, moved around pretty quick. I thought that there were, oh yeah, I was gonna say, I thought that there were at least 2 of them. And there they are. At least 2 of them. That one and that one. That kind of, yeah, they get kind of sporkly. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, this is the bone that when Grayson was looking at it, he was like, oh, that's pretty. Sorry, I did do a little bit of cleanup last night while I was sitting here, and I pulled everything off of the table that went in under the microscope and put it into a bag, and I can't find it all of a sudden. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay. I have actually just like a whole pile of bone here that, you know, I let him flip through. You know, that one would probably be a lot prettier if it were wet, but we'll just kind of go through real quick. This is Rocky Mountain Bear's bone that he sent. A piece of it anyway. Oops, there's the edge. So come back the other way. Look, that one's shaped like a heart. I love that. I freaking love that. Here's another one that Bear sent. And I actually like how super tiny some of the cell structure gets right at the edge. And then, of course, just beautiful, full of color, cell all throughout. He picked some pretty good bones, if I do say so myself. Microbone zone. I moved a little fast. It had a little focus issue there. It's trying to focus again. Let's see. Here's a bone that Roger sent. We're gonna have to adjust the focus. Maybe not. Looks pretty good. Whoops, sorry. I meant to wipe it, not make you guys motion sick. Look, a face again. Wow, that yellow's pretty. A pink donkey? And then here is a piece of whale bone that Carla picked up down in Arizona, that Bison's mom picked up when she was down in Arizona. Let's scooch over here and look at this little agate bit. And then probably the top of it here is some of the prettier material. All right. There's another piece of whalebone. Where did it go? I don't know. Did I shuffle it off to the side? No, I don't know where it went. Here's that piece of like super spotty stuff that Rufo sent me. That I made that beautiful cab out of a little while ago. And let me get into this bag. Where is that other bone? There it is. It slid off of the table. I knew it was here. Here, real close. Like I say, I just had this like stack of stuff here for Grayson to look at. This is another piece of whalebone that Bison's mom picked up down at the rock shop in Arizona. Nature is so crazy, eh? Whew. Yeah. All right. See you, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, don't fall all over. Thank you very much. Let's see. Random rocks here. I've got, this is kind of like the next in size order, so we'll slip this under here. This is a local find. So now we've quit looking at at flat specimens, and now we're looking at rounded rocks. So a little bit harder to get everything in focus, proper focus, but like the detail in the side of this, where you can see like all of that, you know, whatever bits of the detail of that critter that was in there, that's kind of cool. There's a critter. Just tons of them. Let's see. There's one. You know, there's one. I mean, some of it's just bits and pieces of critters and friends, like, you know, the whole garage sale thing. Roger's here. Oh, Roger, welcome. Glad you could join us. let's look at another one. I have no idea. I can honestly not tell if there's stuff to see in that or not. Let's look at, where did the agate one go? We'll look at this one in the meantime. Give me just a second. I know it's out of focus just a little, and there we go. That's like a good view of like 5 of them. I have no idea what those are. What is in that rock? I do not know. Is it a Chorito wood? Is it a... I have no idea. Did you get cookies and juice? I apologize. I bumped the scope. I rocked the rock. When your rocks are rocking. Hang on just a minute, because I had a really cool... Oh, well, shoot, that'll be fun to look at. Let's look at that. Oh, there it is. Yeah! Whoop! Whoop! There it is. So, and sandwiches. Do the power red and you'll get sandwiches too, he says. So this rock was, woo, cray cray. Like, what is that little ball? And it's really not hard to get super lost when you're just sitting here looking at stuff. Bear, this is funny because you were showing me your, like, what were you calling the branchy little guy? Anyway, I think there's like a couple of those on the super teeny tiny level in this rock. And I thought about going and grabbing this and then coming and taking a picture and sending it to you. But so I was scrolling through here, excuse me, and just looking down the microscope, and I about crapped my shaps because I was like, is that a tooth? Oh my God, is that a tooth? And once I zoomed into it more, I was like, no, it's totally like a little, like, bryozoan, branchy thing. Like, look at all the little tiny details still preserved in that little guy. Let's see if I can find the little toothy looking guy. Pardon as we kind of move fast. I'm sorry. If you're motion sick and need to look away, I'll tell you when we finally get it back in focus. Where is the crazy fossil? I don't think it was on the flip side. Apologize as we look at the flip side really quick. No, it was definitely on this side. Oh, maybe it was up in here. There it is. Yep. Yeah, that little guy, the first, like, little time I saw it, I was like, is that a tooth? But when you look at it, there, I should have done that a long time ago. Sorry, guys. Could have had the full screen experience. That's more what it looks like with my eye when I'm looking in here, is I can see all of the super tiny detail on that son of a gun. Look at his little, like, what's the term for the little, like, are they like polyps or something? His little, like, Nature did that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Maybe hammer the hearts. I mean, whatever, like, demonstration of impressment for nature you choose to partake in, do that now. Look at it. Look at it. Just look. Look. Sorry. You'll look when I get in focus, right? There we go. Again, so not a flat rock, so it's really tricky to get everything in focus. The little ball there is bizarre too. Okay, so that one was fun, eh? Yeah, there they go. Boom, boom, the hearts and the that stuff. Yeah, way to go, guys. You rock. Let's see about this real quick. This is a coral that I found in Lava's driveway gravel. Let's see, I can't decide which way I need to go. And I face polished it. Sorry. So the phone's trying to do a little bit of extra like autofocus stuff, which is not exactly helpful. There we go. Aw, Rick, that is sad. Hey, Steven. Yeah, so just a little horn coral. Like I say, I just face polished that face. The rest of it's rough. Sorry. Try to not make you guys feel seasick and stuff. Rest of it's still just rough. While we're looking at teeny little finger samples, this is the like super pristine shell fossil that I found out here the other day. Focus for us. Thank you. This actually would probably be prettier if we came back out. Yep. And see all the little lines in it. And then there's like, let's see. Sorry, making you guys sick. There we go. The imprint of another one over here. I do too, Rick. Yeah, they actually are really super pretty. Yeah, to the naked eye, this thing almost looks and tactily feels like it was put out there like yesterday. But we know that it's like so old, right? Doesn't that just blow your mind a little bit? Let's see what's next. Oh, this one made Grayson say, oh my gosh, wow. And this is just a prairie find. Something I found out here on the prairie. Can't say I blame the kid. It is pretty wowerific. Again, sorry about that little like jump thing my phone's doing. It's trying to focus. And that's really not necessary, phone. We'll do the focusing over here, thank you very much. I kind of got to agree, like that's kind of a wow rock. He's not wrong. I mean, I try to not keep all of the rocks, but when you just about can't pick one up out here that isn't just like a microscopic wonderland some days, it's like, how am I supposed to not take all the rocks home? Awesome, Roger. Yeah, I've got a few ammonites over here too that I've been threatening to cut in half. I'm waiting for the blades and Grayson's goodies. Like I say, we tried to kind of look at this on that one video. You guys have kind of seen this already on that video, but here it is in kind of the live stroll about. I love the little circles because, you know, I'm a sucker for circles. Doo-doot-dee-doot. But yeah, it's weird because there's like all these little agatized bits through this. I don't know what this is. If you guys happen to know, is this chert with, you know, I mean, is this just beautiful banded chert, or probably is now that I say that out loud. Yeah, what is this with all these little inclusions? Something that I found out here on the prairie. Excuse me. What next? Sure. I mean, nature did that, you guys. Rick, it gave me the willies just reading that. Oop, I'm sorry. Pretty little yellow rock. Go to something just a little bigger. This is the swirl that was blowing Grayson's mind. In the very intro of the video, when he pops up and he's like, that swirl is insane. That would be the swirl he was talking about. And while there's lots of other like really bizarre little shapes and things happening, oops, sorry. Again, focusing on a not round subject can be a bit tricky. I mean, there's all kinds of little things happening in there, but yeah, the little swirls were some of his favorites, which I cannot disagree. They're pretty dang cool. Sorry, again, scooting around pretty quickly just because, like, I think that was kind of about all there really was to super look at on that rock. But going from that big rock to this big rock, this looks an awful lot like what Rufo sent me. Oop, focus. Focus. There we go. I try to not kill the spiders if I can, but if they like scuttle across my face or something, I might swipe them. And that'd be the end, right? But they shouldn't be scuttling across my face. Look, that one right there's got like a little star in it. Some of these are like actual like 3D, like, I I had a razor kit. It's in the other drawer. Like, I wonder if I can like pop one off. And like roll it around for you guys. Oh, well, you can see like how sticky outy 3D they are on the side. Sorry, my fingers are a mess. There went one. I worked with the tumbler the other day. You know, oiled the belt and all of that junk in it. Just, I know better. I'm like, I should be wearing gloves. This is going to mess my fingers up. I'm going to be disgusting when I'm done. But I did it anyway, didn't I? Yeah, what are these little things? That one like took a piece of my fingernail. Does anybody know? Like I say, it looks an awful lot like the material that Rufo sent me, doesn't it? This is the stuff that Rufo sent me all cut and... And here's my stuff in the rough. Maybe they are not the same. His actually like have little details to them, like little rims and holes and spots. Who knows? Maybe if I cut some of these and polished them though, maybe they would. Like I say, that one had like a little star in it. Oh my God, the focus. I apologize. Where is it? Yeah, wild, hey? All right. Yeah, some stuff I just don't even know about. There's mysteries. Nature does mysterious stuff. This one was also one of Grayson's favorites. Doesn't look like much. I mean, you got to really pay attention when you're out here hounding on the prairie. Because freaking ta-da. Look, there's a smiley face. Right there. He even has a funny little nose. Yeah, I don't know, Rick. This is the kind of stuff that makes me say, what in the Dr. Seuss? Sorry. Moving a little quick. Trying to find another little spot of focus here. Tur. Petrified petri dish. Fossil soup. Yeah, I can literally like turn on this microscope, put some rock that I just found out in the field underneath it here, and just sit here all dang day. Sorry, trying to get the reflection gone and the focus kind of handled. It's just crazy. Betty. And I forget if we're like super in or super out. Let's check. Oh, we're super out. You guys want to see it super in? I know it's like paisley and stuff, right? Sorry, focus. Should we follow that little hooky guy up to his other little hooky end? You know, what the hell is that? Sorry, what the heck is that? Sorry, I'm struggling to find our focal point again. Up, down, all around. Look at them all. What in the Dr. Seuss is that stuff, you guys? Yeah, I wonder if these aren't some of the little foraminifera that lived at the bottom of the ancient seabeds. Let's see if we can see any interesting ones on this other side, because we've really only just like strolled around one side. There's another little hooky guy. He's so tiny. Chubby hubby. Question that mark, exactly. Oh, apologize again as I struggle to find the focal point, as this rock is not flat. Yeah, I really honestly truly think they may be. They are, I mean, these are big compared to some of them that I do find, but again, that's the head of a pencil. Fossil soup. And then what was the other word? Because I had admitted to Grayson that I don't know this to be fact, but that one's crazy. That I kind of wonder if these were foraminifera forums. And when I Googled foraminifera or forums, however you prefer to, whatever you prefer to call them, look at that one's really weird. Of course, there's a whole chart, like I say, of forums that you can look at and compare your critters to. And I did not actually sit down and do that, but I read to him, you know, what the definition of foraminifera were. And then it suggested the next small critter. And again, I mentioned this and somebody came up with the right word, but I can't remember what the word is. Foraminifera, and it started with a T maybe. Like that one's super crazy too. But they were also super tiny little critters. So yeah, if anybody's got that at their Google fingertips and want to drop that other tiny critter's name, like that hook is just crazy, hey? Oops, I drew on it. right across the bullseye. Whoopsies. Amateur. But yeah, like I say, like, these are actually quite large. You can see these with the naked eye. You can see them better under the microscope, but you can see these with the naked eye. Look how tiny some of them get, though. Like, look how absolutely stupendously tiny those little, like, round guys down in there are. Or, like, even that little, like, tear-shaped one or that little, like, oval one. I mean, it's super easy to get focused on the big ones because they're cool. Like, that one down there is wicked cool. But look how tiny some of the tiny ones get. Is foraminiferous shells. Yeah, interesting, huh? Oh, and then I wanted to look at the little agate one, and it was here. Oh, yeah. Like little ghost shells in there. And again, this is something you may have seen on the channel already, but this is stuff that I pulled out for Grayson to look at. Look at them in there. They just look like they're floating in there, like little, like I say, like little ghost shells. This is like such a perfectly agatized little piece of agate with little agatized little turritillas in there. Like, I might not be finding the same stuff they're finding down there on the Yellowstone, you know? But I consider stuff like this to be a win. Like, is that not some of the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? Like, that wasn't quite the word I was looking for, Rick, I don't think. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that one side there where they look like they're just floating in there. It's such an optical illusion. Because the agate is so clear. Screenshot that if you'd like to. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. I like that one a lot. Let's see. Do I have anything else that's like super fascinating? I do. I'm sure I do. So many do's. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do too on that piece, Betty. Thanks. Yeah. Let's look at the meteorite that I polished for that I got from Chris Monk. A black background would sure be nice there, but sorry, this is what we got and this is what we'll work with. So, obviously I have a thing. No, come on. Bear's being funny. Obviously I have a thing for tiny circles, right? For ooliths and stuff. And that's probably why I love chondrite meteorites so much, is because, I mean, they're basically composed of tiny little circles and little metal blebs and things, you know. I'm going to go ahead and pop us in on the next zoom in because I adore this tiny little blue chondrule. And So let's, and I really like this big one up here too, by the way. Excuse me. If I had to pick favorite chondrules, I mean, not that I go around picking favorite chondrules out of all of my meteorites or anything, but excuse me. Obviously, I need to refill my cup. See, I get all into this and I get so distracted that I forget that life's happening out all around. Isn't that gorgeous? Totally out of this world. Ba-dum-bump. Yeah, like I say, between that one being super cool, and of course, I'm a sucker for, you're my boy, Blue. I'm a sucker for the blue ones too. I like the like teal kind of colored ones too. Like that one's kind of got a little bit of a teal hue. That's a Bardolivine or pyroxene or something in there. Bear. Let's look at the unpolished side a little bit too, if we can. We'll have to pull the focus up just a bit so we have a little room to play. Look at that bad boy. Is that a big chondrule? Or inclusion or something there? That's kind of cool. There's another blue one. La-ti-da. Oop. Yeah, wow. I could literally just look all day. Super duper pretty stuff. Little hair on it. Yep. Roger. And again, the cross polarized light thing, and it just does magic. Like, let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what kind of sorcery. With all the reflection that your eye sees. Cross polarized light. Uncrossed. Crossed. You guys want me to do it again? Uncrossed polarized light. Cross polarized light. Sorry, my polarizing film is just kind of hanging out there. I got to kind of stuff it back up there every now and then. Uncrossed. Crossed. Let's do a dino bone. Let's do like the one that Grayson said was pretty. Is that in focus? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Uncrossed. Crossed. Uncrossed. Crossed. Yeah, it's so wonderful at taking all of that reflection that your eye sees and getting rid of it. So, like on our cab challenges and stuff, when we go photograph our cabs and the light is bouncing off that round cab, uncrossed, crossed. This would be a way, if you set up some polarizing light on your photo booth or your camera that you're taking pictures with, this would be a way to minimize that glare and reflection off of a round domed cab that you see. I mean, you can't always eliminate it fully. Yeah. Which is better, frame 1 or 2? Would you like to see that again? Frame 1 or frame 2? Frame 2? Okay, we'll do it again. Ready? Like for example, oh, you guys, this will be like the perfect example. Let me put this on a little black background for us. Here's some fire agate. Which is better? Frame 1 or frame 2? One or 2? One? Oh, look at all the scratches. No, don't look. Or 2? I can almost get that light all the way gone. So, I mean, there's a happy medium in there for photographing, right? You know, you could maybe clear the rest of that out of there with a little bit of angle adjustment. But yeah, versus, I'm going to do it again and then move it around. 2 is way better, huh, Roger? 1 and 2. Yeah, pretty wild adjustment. Just with, 2 sheets of polarizing film. And oh, it's in there. And that's good. That's where I like it to be. Okay. So there you were looking down that eyepiece at said sample. And I'm going to just go ahead and remove the polarizing film really quick. Like, I haven't even pulled the official plastic off of this. We would probably get a much better view if I did the protective plastic. But, I mean, look, I literally bought a piece of polarizing film and cut a circle out of it, right? So, looking up the microscope now, we go up the bar and up, 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 up. Let's shut the light off. up, you can see I have a ring light and another polarizing film. So when we're looking down the eyepiece, we are looking through a piece of polarizing film. Again, homemade. It's just a toilet paper tube and a piece of polarizing film. So that's one film, but you need two because you need to be able to either line them up or cross them. So that's where this little piece comes in. And I just slide it up over this tube, put it up over that ring light, and then I'm able to, oops, like I say, it's just kind of stuck up there. You know, it stays better on the thick side. There we go. I'm able to move it with my finger and cross and uncross it. That's literally all I'm doing. That is the most homemade. You guys are capable of doing that. You're capable of doing that on your camera setups, on your microscopes. That's, I mean, you're down for an all-day micro session. Oops, did I mute you guys or anything stupid? I hope I didn't mute you. I don't know what it's doing. I'm pushing the buttons. Yeah, I thought they started. Let me see if I can find it. Let me put the meteorite back in the case really quick. Like I say, I thought it started with a T. Diatoms. Sorry, I thought it started with a T. Did anybody actually say diatoms in the chat? If you did, I apologize for my ignorance and not listening. Excuse me. So I wonder if they're not foraminifera or diatoms. And like I say, I really didn't like, there's charts, then you can compare. Sorry, I look like trash today. I do apologize. You can compare tardigans. That's not what I'm talking about. You can compare, you know, little pictures of them to, and then they kind of know like what, you know, time period they may have come from, but I didn't get that into it. Like, I'm just stoked at looking at them and going like, what in the Dr. Seuss is happening here? Cheers. Ah, is that really what that is, Betty? Is that, I mean, diatoms, are they still like a living creature to this day, or are they only in fossils? Or like, I need to know more about diatoms because I do not know about diatoms. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn there, Karen. And like, they're telling me stories, right? Like, I see these little critters in here and they're telling me the times and the, you know, the life of the land that was here at one point in time, or, you know, that or either was dropped off here, you know, via a glacier or a volcanic event or something, you know, a flood or a, you know, something like that. And I'm lagging, says the bear. So, yeah, there's a lot to still be learned there. You know, maybe on a rainy, cloudy day or something, I'll dig into it and learn a little more. But like I say, in the meantime, just checking them out in the microscope is like, man, I literally feel like I walked into a completely different universe. It's literally like being in space or something, like completely different world when you look down that microscope. And yeah, I'm with you, Bear. I could literally just do that all day. Yeah, they are. They're like some sort of little critter with like a you know, like you said, a silicate case, or like a what's the stuff that's in our bodies that makes our bones and stuff, that makes teeth and things. They just have that little hard body exterior, and so that's the part of them that usually gets preserved, is that little like shell exterior. But yeah, they're an algae, huh? Is it calcium? Forms are protists. Interesting. See, I don't know about these things. I'd like to. I'm gonna fill my cup up while we all ponder on it for just a little longer. Excuse me one more time. Oh no! I'm out of coffee. Oh, I seen that Stephen Amaro was in here earlier. Are you ready for tonight, my guy? Yeah, mudslide or something, right, Machine Head? Interesting, chubby hubby. She's out of coffee. It's okay. I got plan B here. I got another alternative, which I'll need because I haven't really had a great lot of sleep the last few days, and it's meteorite night, and I got to take my kid into town to go see a follow-up doctor. So, I'm getting ready. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, so just to back things back up just a little bit, these super tiny little, like, I was calling them like bryozoans with the little branches and stuff, the one that I thought was a tooth, and when we dug in, and we looked at him and he had all that like super cool texture. Just for reference, that's him. That's the little ball guy we were looking at. Here's another little branchy guy that had some good texture to him. So, you know, we had a stroll around that rock. That was a pretty wild one. The one that looked like Rufo's rock, now that we're back out, is this one. Sweet, Cynthia. Yeah, that's cool, Rick. We had a look at this one. We had a look at this one. And this one. Oh, Rick. I'm down, man. I'm loving it. I'm reading them like 2 millimeters. I'm like I'm pretty good at measuring like inches, millimeters, miles, you know, directions, things like that in my head. And I'm like, yeah, these are probably about the right size and stuff. Like I say, I just kind of have glanced across some of the literature and the diagrams and things, and been like, yeah, you know, this is the little rock that looks like they're floating. The little like Turritilla looking guys are floating in it. That like optical illusion piece. So, and then here's the one that I cut. We started with this one on Karen's hangout the other day. The little end guy in the first slice, and like I say, all that super teeny tiny stuff that's happening in there. That's so cool. And the light tries to pass through some of it, and all of the dino bones and the whale bones and stuff that we looked at. Like there's a whole like poker hand, or you know, like I don't know, maybe it's more like rummy or pinochle or something, because there's quite a quite a separate of them that we looked at. Wow, interesting. Ma's been making jewelry based on the diatome's shapes. Oh, right, the shapes, man. It's all about. Oh, that was another one that Grayson looked at, was the rock with all the shapes in it. I put it back away. I've got some set out for him to give to him. But yeah, the one with all the shapes in it, man, all the little triangles and the little diamonds and stuff, that one's super fun to look at under the microscope. It is a winning hand, huh? For sure. Right, Ozone? So yeah, what a great day. I lava my bison. Yeah. Yes, my hair is a mess. Yes, my face is swollen. Yes, I miss my dog, and it's really weird to go through the mornings and the days and just catches me off guard in odd little moments. But what a great distraction with you guys to just geek out under the microscope, take it easy, visit with each other, and like I say, thanks guys for not, you know, I once told Bear that I didn't want his sympathy, and he's like, good, you'll get none from me. If you want sympathy, look it up between and syphilis in the dictionary. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, my diatomes. Are you singing songs over there, Rick? Oh gosh, we could make a song. My diatoms, my diatoms. Oh, my foraminifera are better than your foraminifera. My foraminifera are better than your foraminifera. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. You know, like I say, laughter is a great medicine, and thank you guys for hanging out today. And we had tons of that. Like we had tons of that in the chat on the other one. We were talking about jelly beans and woodpeckers and all kinds of just out there stuff. I love it. So, oh, I love that, Ma. That's neat. That's a neat idea. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da. Foraminifera. Because they are, aren't they, Ma? Yeah, like a little bit like... Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so is some of the space stuff, too, you know, like we looked at the meteorite, too, for a minute. Just one. I kept it to a minimum, you know. I didn't, you know, go too crazy down the rabbit hole. Yes, agree, Julie, right? Yep. And, you know, like some people want the, you know, condolences and the things like that. That's their mode of coping and stuff. And I know that you guys are sorry and you send your condolences. You don't have to say so. I know so. So, yeah, like I say, instead of sending condolences and things that are going to tear everybody up and get everybody choked up and stuff, like, let's just like I say, what was your favorite Bee's moment? Was it, you know, when she rolled in a dead porcupine, when she messed up my brother's brand new car, when she rolled in the crude oil? Was it, you know, there was so many two adventures that we had to before I started filming that, yeah, like she was a heck of a lucky dog, and so good, so well behaved. Like, I don't have very many complaints. I really don't. Like, once in a while, she would eat the garbage if you didn't pick it up, you know, and you left her alone, you know, that was kind of, you know, and she would scream her head off when you left her out in the car and went into the grocery store because she strongly disagreed with the no dogs allowed policy. I mean, That was always like, that was like the one thing, like, was a little bit nuts. Like, if you left her in the car, she would scream and holler until you came back. And um, I was always like, yeah, she's adopted. Like, I don't take responsibility for that behavior. Like, she's adopted. So that was one thing I always said to, you know, to defend her obnoxious behavior. And then the other thing I always said too is that, you know, she just strongly disagrees with the no dogs allowed policy. That's all. So, but yeah, like other than that, she was just like the perfect dog. She, like I say, she hazed stray cats and skunks out of the yard and the garden. She was a heck of a home and yard defense mechanism. Like she was good at it, like dang good at it. She pre-washed the dishes. She was a good little dishwasher. I mean, yeah, she was the perfect size to get in and out of the truck and go camp and play, but not mess up the upholstery in your vehicle or, you know, mess up your yard or, yeah. And there was absolutely no telling her that she was a little dog because she was a great big personality in a little package. And she was like, the hell I'm little. Like, and the floor crumbs, right, Karen? Yeah. So, I was talking with my friend Sue from the meteorite community the other night, and I was like, um, oh, what the hell was I telling her? Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, shoot. Come on. That when I was a kid, excuse me, we had a big dog. Huge, like 145-pound big dog. And I think he scared my mom just a little bit, honestly. I think like the idea of handling him in public places or anything was kind of terrifying because he was capable of like really biting somebody and hurting somebody, right? And she was financially responsible if that happened. And I was telling Sue, I was like, I honestly, like, my little dog, like, she was 10 times meaner than any big dog I've ever owned. Like, she was vicious ornery when she needed to be or wanted to be. Like, yeah, for sure. For sure, Rick, right? Like really like was snarky like she was like super a good dog, right? But like other dogs, she would like mother other dogs around and like boss other dogs around even if they were like huge. And like in fact she made a lot of like neighborhood friends with some of the other dogs, and they're huge. They're like pit bulls and you know whatever kind of big old like heavy set retired Labrador retrievers and stuff, like, you know, dogs like way dwarf her. And like she would either like really get along with them and like they would be her friend, and she would like even like take little moseys down the street and go like knock on the door and like, excuse me, can your dog come out and play? It's like she had it for a while. She had a pretty good social life there. She might have even had a more dazzling social life than I did. But if there were other dogs around and stuff, like it didn't matter if they were like literally a pit bull or something huge and enormous. If they like crossed the line and she didn't like what they were doing, she was like, "Nyah!" And I'm like, you're gonna get your ass kicked one of these days. You are gonna mother the wrong dog. She never did. I mean, she was always fine, but I was like, gosh dang, she's kind of a crotchety old thing. Like, and I feel her. Like, the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I totally sympathize. Like, I feel you. Stop acting a fool and she won't growl at you. Like, so, you know, to some degree, I allowed her to kind of be a crotchety old thing, but yeah. She might have surprised me once or twice where I was like, really? Don't tell her she's not a big dog, because she's in her mind's eye, she's 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Oh. And then he used it as an excuse for it. Rick, I love that. My dog didn't consider himself a dog unless he screwed up, and then he used it as an excuse. That's got to be one of the top 10 comments today, Rick. Thank you. Not that I'm keeping track or anything, guys, but that was a good one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Unless it allowed her to get away with some kind of shameless behavior. Like, what? I didn't know any better. I had a dog that climbed trees, Rufo. She was like a total mutt, but yeah, she loved to climb trees. She would climb like way up, like 13, 14, 15. I'd be like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't fall. Seriously. But yeah, she was pretty cool. But yeah, impossible to fence. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had like a huge run kennel for her, and yeah, she would step up on top of the doghouse and then up over the fence. And if you eat condors, you might be a little lagging behind there, Steven. Or under, or whatever it took, she'd climb it. It didn't matter. But yeah, she was something else. But yeah, they're good. And you know, yes, it sucks to lose them, you know, when that time comes, but that blow does kind of get softer as time goes by. Time does kind of mend those wounds. So yes, it is, Stephen. Beautiful type 3 when you get here and you realize you're behind. Maybe we could tell him in the chat, refresh, Stephen, you're behind. It's all right. We're almost finished. He'll get it sooner or later. Ooh, ouch, I just bonked my knee. Like that time he ate a dozen banana nut muffins, muffin wraps and all. Exactly. Yep. What? I'm a dog. I didn't know that was against the rules. Like, I didn't know that was rude and uncalled for behavior. What? Were you saving those muffins? I was pretty sure you wanted me to have a few or all of them, right? Like, mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, leave no evidence, but still, even if she left no evidence, I could still read it all over her guilty conscience that she had done something she wasn't supposed to have done. Like, even if she tried to be like, hey, what you doing home? So happy to see you. Like, I'm like, what'd you do? What? Nothing. There's not one loose chocolate M&M remaining on your bedspread that you'll find later tonight and figure out why I'm acting so goofy right now. Like, and magically disappeared, right? Yeah. Yeah, Bees was hilarious about when she was dirty, like filthy. Like I say, for a while there, she was pretty social. She was making a couple of circles and she'd go see some of her dog friends. And every once in a while, she couldn't resist going down to the grain bins and rolling in the rotten grain or something awful horrible. And she'd come in and she'd slink around the corner and you'd hear clink, 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 clink. You'd hear her get into the tub. Like you didn't even have to tell her to or anything. She was just like, I've been horrible. I smell bad. I'm in the tub. I'll be right back and we'll sing this song, you guys. Because I love my bison and it's a lovely day. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that get in the tub by herself thing, that was always hilarious. You know that tumbler crap on my finger that I can never ever get washed off of there after I touch it? It would not be as bad if my skin wasn't as haggard and hashed as it is. Like, that's the reason why I can't wash it off. What about your boy there, Bear? I gotta go back up and read a little real quick, see what I missed. A stink camo. I know, right? Chubby Hubby and Right Bear, like, oh, what? I had to. Like, like I said earlier in the thing, like, if dogs could get on Amazon and like spend money on our credit cards, like death stink and poo stink would be like $1 million industry, like probably even $1 billion industry. Like, uh, and Jeff and Vicky over at J&V Rock Hounding are probably doing something this evening. Be sure to look out for that. Yeah, well, bass fingers, rock hounding fingers, all of that stuff just like gets it. I get like, you know, calloused, cracked, you know, and then like I get the dang rock hounding oil and stuff in there, and I cannot get it out. Like, no, I just scrubbed again, like, and I mean, I feel like I got some more of it, but like, I think I'd have to like pretty much like, I don't know. I know better every damn time I do it. I'm like, put a glove on, you'll be washing that stuff off for the next 3 days, but I don't do it, do I? Awesome, Jeff. Opal guy. Right on. Could be fun, Jeff. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be great, Jeff. I mean, I'm really about there. Hey, my brother stopped in. My youngest brother. Look at that. Welcome, Coulter. Yeah, or wait for a few. It's up to you. I gotta clock out here sooner or later and go grab some lunch and try to look a little bit presentable, because while you guys know and understand, like, I probably shouldn't go take my kid to the doctor's office looking quite so but anyway, yeah, good morning. He was up very late with me, helping me to figure out how to edit my video and trying to find me he's my 1-800 call a tech technology technician. Excuse me. And I was like, is there an easier way to do this? Faster, easier way to do this? And honestly, both of us, we were both taking different angles at it. We spent probably more time trying to find an easier way to do it than we actually did just doing it the hard way, but we did it. Yes, so good morning, since I had you up all night, literally. Channel link to which one? Jensen's Adventures? Less than 30 seconds in and she's rolling in whatever she finds. Rick. Yeah, right, Rick. I appreciate his help. Yes, much thank you for that, brother, for always being my 1-800 call a tech. I can't. Some days, seriously, like, I need that help. Especially, like I say, now that my oldest one's up in Alaska, I used to just be like, you know, when you're done having your dinner tonight that I provided to you, would you please come show me how to use this app or this program? Or like, so now that he's gone, I'm always like, brother, I need help. I need some help. Like I said, I had Caden here helping me last night too. We finally got there, but that was it was a bit of a long run. So yeah, like I say, why do I look like I look today? Because it's been kind of a long couple days. Yeah, it's okay, brother. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here next time, and the replay is always available if you want to go back and watch, and yeah, all of that fun stuff. So yeah, like I say, I should probably go have some lunch and try to clean myself up just a little bit, get ready to run to town with my kid, and come back and check out my meteorite night. So if Jeff and Vicky happen to fall in between the rest of my kind of busy schedule in my afternoon, then you can bet your bottom I'll be there, and you'll see me there lurking or working or working or lurking. And it's meteorite night for me tonight, so I'll see you later, Space Matter, and I'll probably catch the replay for AZRE stuff. So yeah, thanks guys, everybody, for stopping in today. Like I say, keeping a smile on my face. I appreciate your guys' company. It's been a wonderful distraction. Not just today either, but for the past few days, whether you guys knew it or not. I appreciate you all. So you just never know. You never know when, you know, something little and ordinary might make a big world of difference to somebody. You guys do that to me for, you know, mostly on a weekly basis, honestly, but like you just never know when it might be going the other way too, where somebody in the chat is really glad to just have this opportunity to be around, you know, with each of us and put a smile on our face and laugh together, even if we're laughing at ridiculous stuff and, you know, people flavored jelly beans, chubby hubby, gross. The earwax tastes different from person to person. Gross. Who eats an earwax flavored jelly bean? Like, just because they make it don't mean it's right. That don't make it right. Awesome. Well, you'll have to let us know who you are then too, Machine. Awesome, Jeff. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, keep your heads up, guys, for all the stuff going on between, you know, the micro zones and the cab machines and the, you know, tumblers. Somebody just did was it Papa's just did a tumbler empty out? Somebody did. All of that stuff. You keep your eyes open for the Harry Potter beans. No, do not recommend. You know, make sure you've got a good cup of something and find yourself a comfy, cozy place and hunker down in for all of the stories and the, you know, hanging out with each other and yeah, the loving jousts and the you know, slightly off-colored jokes and all of that we really look forward to with each other week after week. I love it. So I got just a few rocks here. We'll do the song, and like I say, I gotta go get something to eat and move along my day. Whoop, I just about threw that little guy. Guys know the song? Are you ready? Are we ready? I think we're ready. Thanks again, you guys, for all you do for me and for each other. I truly appreciate you guys. I know we all appreciate each other. So, all right, enough of the schmoozy schmooze stuff. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. And in a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind of a rockhound. Go out and do something awesome with the rest of your week, guys. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Oh, and by the way, like I say, 2 more videos that are still in the editing that still have Dog in them. So even though she's no longer with us, there'll be, I think, 2 more videos, kind of her final hoorah there. So, if, you know, I just don't want you guys to be shocked when you're like, wait a minute, how's her dog in the video? It's because it's older footage. But yeah, 2 more of, like, they were this last week. So she had a good run right up to her final days, you guys. Couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more. So thanks again, guys. Boop. Go do something awesome. Boop, boopy doop, boop, boop. See you again soon. Peace, hippies.